Y'all hear me?
Hey, Tevin, this is Eric from the Bears Media Relations Department. How are you?
I'm doing pretty great now.
Well, congrats,
Yeah,
congrats on getting picked. And we got some of the members of the Chicago media here. So when you're ready, I can start calling on them and they'll start asking you some questions.
yeah, I'm ready right now. I'm ready forever.
Awesome. Brad Biggs from the Chicago Tribune.
Hey, Tevin, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
I'm curious, what was your reaction when you heard from the Bears? And when you get in here, what do you think you need to do to show that you can get yourself ready for some playing time as quickly as possible?
Definitely first thing for sure. Like when they called me, I was all smiling, like cheerful, everything. I had like I started tearing up a little bit because all my hard work has come to fruition. And first thing I did was hug my dad. Had a sentimental moment, and I went around the whole room, started hugging everybody, everybody started congratulating me. And to answer your next question, one thing I'm definitely going to do is just keep on putting the effort in on and off the field, keep on putting myself more of like a presence around the field and in the weight room, in the practice squad. Everything I need to do is get on the field as soon as I can and just keep on making my presence and bring the attitude like I did at Oklahoma State, and make sure I can prove a lot of people wrong, and make sure Chicago Bears did a right choice right with me.
Hub Arkush, Pro Football Weekly.
Hey, Tevin, welcome, man. You're going to love Chicago.
Yeah.
A lot of the, quote, experts, close quote, had you matched up with the Bears at number 20 in the 1st round. How difficult was it seeing the first round end without getting your name called? What was last night and today like waiting? And then how good did it feel today to have the Bears come up so aggressively and trade up to get you?
Coming to yesterday, my agent let me know, it's a strong possibility first. He didn't make sure that I wouldn't definitely wouldn't get my hopes up for everything, because it's a strong possibility going second also. So he told me it's a 50-50 chance. And going into today, I have going into yesterday, I had no expectations. If I went yesterday, ecstatic, amazing. I'd be bust my butt no matter what I'm doing, if whatever team. And now I have more people to prove wrong because I'm in the second round, and come to this beautiful city of Chicago. I'm really excited, and I'm just ready to get to work.
Dan Wiederer, Chicago Tribune.
Tevin, just to follow up on that, what did you do all day today to pass the time? I'm sure it was a long day. And then how would you describe the edge that you play with?
All day today, I just basically woke up, took a shower, went to go get lunch with my brother, my girlfriend, her family, and her brother, and then did that. And then came home. We had 3 hours to kill. Just got on MLB The Show, on MLB 21 The Show. Got that on Xbox now, and I started playing that all the way till the draft started, and I just kept myself entertained that way. And sorry, I can't remember the last second part of your question.
So how do you describe the edge that you play with? A lot of evaluators talk about that nastiness.
Oh, yeah. I say my edge to me is about being able to finish anybody in the dirt. I don't care who you are lining up against me. I don't care what you're wearing against me. I don't care who you are. I'm going to attack you, and I'm going to be able to jump I'm going to impose my will against another man and use that force against him until he gets worn out and tired. And I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to do that 24/7, and I'm going to do that all game.
Larry Mayer, ChicagoBears.com.
Hey, Tommy, welcome to Chicago.
Oh.
I'm not sure if you're here okay. You mentioned it briefly before in terms of possibly going in the first round, but a lot of players use that as a chip and motivation. Some just forget about it. Are you going to use that as motivation moving forward to show that you deserve to be a first-round pick?
I definitely am. I feel like I'm a first-round talent, and regardless of where I went, I'm not mad about it. I'm not going to lose any sleep about it. I've been coming in today with I came in yesterday with no expectations. Coming today knowing that I'm gonna be picked within this day, and then I came in through with the mindset of I went to sleep last night with the mindset of, all right, everybody passed with me, 32 picks. I'm gonna have to be able to make sure everybody rules that day that they didn't want to pick me in the first day. So I'm going into every weight room, every every weight, like doing everything, just 200%. I don't even care if my body's aching, sore, anything. I'm going to be pushing myself to the max because I want to be able to show everybody I was that day one talent.
Jason Leisure, Chicago Sun-Times.
Tevin, what do you think of coming in with Justin Fields and you guys getting a chance to start something together?
Yeah, being able to actually look at his film, you know, I think he's a really great player, great competitor. And I think me and him both are going to be great things for the city and great things for his team.
Adam Hogue, NBC Sports Chicago.
Hey, Tevin, I have a quick question and then a follow-up. First one is, do you have a favorite block from your college tape that you always go back to as your best one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm about to say it doesn't get brought up much, but it was like, I believe 2018 Oregon State. We called it a wide receiver screen. It's called like, I don't know if I'm going to say, I ain't going to call the call in here just in case they still use it. But yeah, it's called wide receiver screen. I come down a few steps, go out, I go up, linebackers flying out of there. So I said, you know what? I don't care about him. I'm gonna go up to the safety, and I wasn't even coached to do that. I just had like I guess you could say awareness during the time to just go up and just climb up to the next level. And so happened to be Tylan Wallace broke the tackle, and he broke the tackle, and then he read my block. I was over here like 20 yards down the field, made that sprung block. You know, he ended up scoring a touchdown, and it was a really big play for us.
Awesome. And the second question is, I know it's been written about a little bit, but I'd rather hear it straight from you. What went into your decision to opt out of last season, halfway through the season? And was that related to why you didn't go to the Senior Bowl as well?
No, I just basically wanted to get healthy and make it as a business decision for me to be 100% healthy when coming to the NFL for sure and doing this process. And it did not correlate to being in the Senior Bowl. You know, honestly, to be honest with you, it's just my agent. Like, he's not in too much favor of the Senior Bowl, and in fact, and he said it wouldn't benefit me. So I decided to listen to his advice. You know, I took his word like heart to heart because I hired him for a reason. You know, I take his word for heart, and I listened to him and just took his advice and just said it was good for me and just to not be there and keep on going on with my life and keep on training the way I was.
Mark Potash, Chicago Sun-Times.
Kevin, I imagine everybody in your position thinks they can play or knows they can play in the NFL, but what's kind of the scouting report on yourself? At what point did you know? What tells you that you can play? Was it that wide receiver screen, or was there something? Have you watched the NFL? Is there a certain game? Is there what tells you that you can make an immediate impact in the NFL?
Without a doubt, it's that Texas game this past year for me. And I'm about to say that's the standards I want to live by. That's the standard I want to go by, and that's the standard I want to be on from this point on. And that's how I want to carry myself for the rest of my whole career in the NFL. And that's how exactly I want to carry myself.
Thank you.
Kevin Fishbane, The Athletic.
Hey, Tevin, I'm wondering if you had a chance to meet with Coach Castillo or any of the Bears in the pre-draft process and what your impressions were of them.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. I met with the coach, and then must say I really had a great relationship with him. You know, we went back and forth a few times. Met with the scouting department, and I met with the head coach a little bit. And I feel like our relationship has grown like a lot, and I feel like he has a lot of trust in me, and I want to make sure that I definitely prove him right in that sense.
Zach Pearson, Bear Report.
Hey, Tevin, what does that nastiness in your game kind of come from? Is it a certain player you model it after? And then are you excited to go up against, Khalil Mack and Robert Quinn in practice?
Yeah, honestly, when I think about dude I'm on my game after, I definitely think about Taylor Lewan, and his nastiness, his athleticism, and his basically his consistency play after play to do what he does and how great he is. And to answer your other question, it's like the old saying is, iron sharpens iron, and just getting back to the point of it, they're great players. They're only going to do is make me great because I'm going against the best people in the NFL, and I'm going on there day in, day out and keep on working with them every day so I could be the best I could be and make our team even greater.
Thank you.
Cheryl Ray Stout.
Hi. I'm kind of curious, during the time period before you got drafted, do you spend time researching the possible teams that you could be taken and kind of dig into how you could fit?
I definitely do. I definitely do because my family, they like to send me the mock drafts. Like I don't really like to pay attention to all that stuff. But then when they send it to me, I start looking at like how I fit in the scheme and how I fit in the type of place and area of the city that's going to be in. And I definitely saw myself very, very entwined with Chicago, and I'm very happy to be here.
What specifically did you find interesting for you with the Bears?
Oh, they're just smash mouth like type people. They're very aggressive. They're very. I'm about to say I have a lot of words that are not like appropriate for camera use. I would say. I'm about to say I like to be have the awareness of people around me and the people I'm in with right now. So let's just leave it at how aggressive they are. That's how they're going to be.
Thank you.
A couple more. Pat Finley, Chicago Sun-Times.
That's good situational awareness right there, not cursing. With Justin Fields, can you see the two of you growing old together on this team? And just in general, as an offensive lineman, what sort of pride do you take in making sure that your guy keeps his jersey clean?
I definitely see me and Justin Fields. I haven't reached out to him yet because as soon as I got called, I came upstairs to get on this call. I haven't reached out to him. He hasn't reached out to me yet. But I definitely feel like both of us can grow old on this team. Like I have a very strong feeling about this team, and I definitely want to be here for a long while. But growing on that, I'm about to say, what was your other part of that question? Sorry,
what pride do you take in keeping your quarterback clean?
Oh, that's the number one important thing to me. I'm about to say I don't even care about like anything else to me. Like the number one thing to me, I've ever grew up my whole life, been offensive lineman my whole life, defensive end, offensive lineman, didn't care about anything else. Number one thing I've always learned is you keep your quarterback clean and you always keep him upright, no matter what you have to do, be dirty, throw, hold, whatever what you got to do. If anybody hits my quarterback after the play, that's my problem and not his. And that's how I want to carry myself. And that's what I want to do. And that's the man I have to be.
Arkush, Pro Football Weekly.
Tevin, you can probably hear we've all read your scouting reports, and we love the temperament and the nasty part. Those scouting reports kind of suggest that you're locked and loaded on the right side. Do you view yourself as strictly a right tackle, or do you think you can play either side?
No, sir. I could play anywhere. I'm about to say this whole past offseason, going before that, through high school, through middle school, I was only a right tackle. And coming into college, they switched me around a lot. They came to left guard, left tackle, right tackle. And this whole past offseason, getting ready for draft, I was like, look, it's so easy for me to get my right-handed stance. I'm going to go left the whole time. And that's one thing I've been working on this whole past offseason and past even before that in practice. Like I even tell coach, look, let me get some snaps at left tackle in practice just in case anything goes down. And I just carried myself through practice in that manner and just kept on going that way. And I feel like I could play any position. And I've also, also introduce that I've been also snapping. So just in case anything happens, I can also snap the ball at center and go on do that too.
One more, Dan Wiederer.
Tevin, when you were able to share that hug in that moment with your dad shortly after being picked, what was the most emotional part of that for you, and what brought out some of those feelings for you?
I definitely say the most emotional part for me was just, him being a single father, being able to do what he did and bringing me up and along with my brother, and just how he carried himself all through these years. Like, he came through every baseball game, basketball game, baseball, football, whatever sport I was doing, bowling, whatever me and my brother were doing, he was there. He didn't care how tired he was, didn't care what day it was. He was that big supportive role model, that very supportive father. And I definitely started, the only thing I think about is all the sacrifices he made all through his life, because he was there to make me happy and he was there to make my brother happy. And I was definitely glad he could be here in this moment.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, thanks, Tevin, for taking the time and talking to us, and congrats again.
Thank you. I really appreciate you guys.
Like all the